Oh, yes. So feel normally and don't worry. All the audios will spread on Google and you will be famous person very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't worry, just feel normal and do your job. Just to tell
Alright.
everyone that you are a dangerous man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's continue. Here we have a trap in this point that had left verb. So what is the subject? The subject here is fraction, more than half fraction. But is the fraction singular or plural? We don't know. What does the fraction refers to? Refers to the residents. يبقى plural. If I said half of the residents, يبقى more than one. But if I said half of my pizza, I'm talking about the part of my pizza, so it must be singular because you refer to the pizza. يبقى here we have a trap of if your subject fraction, take care. Does it refer to something plural? يبقى your subject plural. Refers to something singular, يبقى your subject must be singular. That's all. Feel that? Yeah, but this is a question test you for content. Now number 18, what's yours?
For
For number
number
18, I put G. Which felt?
18 J or G?
No, G.
So G, it's correct, yes. Number 19.
Number 19, I put D.
19 D, wrong. 19, it must be letter A. Let's try. Why it's letter A? From the beginning.
Begin the year established as its mission a project to simple
That is, you have full stop at the end, but it must be sentence. Here we have preposition for delete the phrases and the closest to check the sentence. Within preposition delete, and then as his mission delete. A project 2 here delete. So I found the phrases. If you choose B or C or D, you will make it fragment because there is no verb. The establishment subject, what is the verb? In establishing already it's a phrase. If I delete all the phrases, what is the sentence? But remember, I delete the underlined and use this. And this is already phrase. We will delete it. But there is no subject or verb and see. Delete it. Here we have verb. What is the subject? If I change the underlined and use the established, you will find the sentence only verb. Because established a project. Oh, you lack subject if you choose D. But letter A, we have subject, we have verb. But now it's sentence, not fragment. It's correct. But letter A, it is fragment. But what is the trick here? Is it sentence or fragment? That's it. Number 20.
Uh, 20 me. For 20, I put J.
So you mentioned you said J.
Yeah, J.
So 28 must be letter F.
Which
Why? Of course, we have a common trap. Why? As I told you, if you have two dashes, delete between them and read. مش we have to dash here or dash here. I delete and delete. His plan was to create human figures in clay. And then each one unique, each one attribute, nor an exact portrait in the traditional sense. It's correct. But why? That is a trap. So is it correct? It's correct, but why? Number one here, before this is dash. Is it complete? Yes. And after it, it is a positive phrase. So no problem. But why G is wrong? As I told you, before one dash, it must be complete sentence. So complete sentence, one dash, and then after it, it can be complete sentence or incomplete sentence. Don't care. You see it? But after the single dash, because we have only one dash, imagine the dash is like calling. If it is single dash, before it complete sentence, yes, بس here for letter G wrong. Why? His plan was to create human figures in clay. them H. طب
No.
here we delete this one and use them H. So them H what? طب what is this number? Feel it? But
Right.
this means between the two dashes is not complete. يبقى them H ولا we need 2,500 of them. يبقى so between the two dashes it's not clear. يبقى so we have a problem in this part. Do we need comma? How comma with dash? It must be similar punctuation. يبقى he wanted to use this part كده as non-essential information. Comma with dash wrong. Dash with nothing. طب remember letter J, just like that. We have only one dash. Feel it? Is before dash complete? Yes, but after the dash, it's not explanation.
Right.
Yeah, so we need two dashes to complete them. That's
Makes
right.
sense.
Letter F must be correct. 21.
21, I put A.
So 21, it must be letter A. 21
Think.
wrong. It must be letter B.
Think was.
D.
Yeah, here, yes. It just he plays with you the construction. It's the same sentence. Here, each one unique and each one attribute. But here, nor an exact portrait, or we have a contrast, although not an exact portrait in the traditional sense. Right? Each one distinguished, which one attribute, not exact. But when it's something to say, it's not. Let me help you. For nor, like neither nor, either or, remember? So do we have here neither? Use nor? No. Do we have neither? We have all? No. So to show a contrast between this part and this part. And his plan was to create human figures in clay. It's unique, an attribute, but not exact portrait in the traditional sense.
Right.
That's why. Now let's go to next, number 22.
22. Me? Is G.
22, it's letter G, correct. 23. Yeah, come on, Matt, what's yours?
23, I put B.
B, wrong. 23, it must be letter A.
Not. Yeah.
But we need to know why.
Yeah.
Let's try it from the beginning. He said then, and then it's a conjunctive adverb, don't care, we can use comma or not. He hired local residents and taught, يبقى hired and taught compound the predicate. Taught them how to shape, how glaze. Finally, يبقى it's list. Infinitive. All of them infinitive, okay, but do we need comma after the last verb? If you wanted to use comma here, يبقى this is a positive phrase. But if that is a positive phrase to tell you what is fire? A positive phrase to describe the word before. So the figures in the kiln he had installed, this is a fire? But this comma after it, we don't need a positive because the information is not a positive. A positive is additional information to describe something before. So please not. Semicolon, before and after, it must be sentence. Okay, before it's a sentence, but after not. Why? Delete the phrases in the column he had. So we have phrase, we have clause, and now the figures. The figures sentence, subject only. It lacks a verb, so it's not. If after semicolon, it's a fragment, not sentence. So C is wrong. Now, before calling, is it complete? Yes, but after calling, it's not explanation to something mentioned before. That is the trap. But before calling, it can be complete sentence, correct?
Mm.
After it, I don't care. It's a sentence or fragment. But does it explain something before? Does it tell you why hired, why taught? No, he just contain information.
Right.
If so, how to shape, how relate, and finally, fire the figures. If this is the object of this verb. Fire what? The figures in the column. It's not explanation to something mentioned before. يبقى letter D, it is wrong.
Mm.
We will revise, inshallah, all the punctuation in one session. All of it, inshallah, it will be about punctuation only.
Sure.
But it's all the common use in your test. Calling before complete or not. But the problem is it explanation or not? For number 24. What's yours back?
24, let me see. For 24, I put H.
24H, correct? 25.
25. 25, I put C.
25C, no, 25, it's a letter D.
D.
We need to know
Unit.
why. Yeah, this is the vocab. So find the subject, find the verb, find the object to help you. Now, the worker's effort inspired Santiago to, يبقى Santiago is going to do something. To do something to what? To the long-term project. يبقى Santiago is going to do what? For the long-term project.
Mm.
To advance, to express persistence, to engage his efforts, or to recommit. Here we need to check the efforts inspired him to do what with the project. So read before to check. The artist expected some challenges along the way. Okay. He nearly gave up. Look, gave up. However, when a heavy rain destroyed 300 unfired sculptures in one night, his efforts inspired him to continue, but to recommit the actions because he was nearly give up. You know it? His efforts give him the power to continue again. Not only to active in or to engage his efforts, not to express persistence. But let me help you. Express persistence, 2 words. If I want to express persistence, it means I'm going to continue. Okay, because this is 2 words, so redundant. Yes or no? Yes. And here it does not relate to the context. And the letter A is wrong. Why? Because he didn't explain here. He is going to develop. He said here he nearly gave up.
Mm.
But when a heavy rain destroyed in one night, but the efforts of the workers help him to continue. You feel it? That's why. But so here letter D is to continue his work. So he didn't give up. How about 26?
26. 26 is H.
Correct. 27.
27, I put D.
27D, wrong. 27, it's B. Yes.
Yeah.
Why not? You must love the mistakes because mistakes makes you expert. You know what means expert in English? Expert means person who made millions of mistakes before anyone else. So if you would like to be expert, make all the mistakes, but before the other people. Yeah, that's it. Now let's try Y letter B. From the beginning. 6 years later, it's an adverb time, and we call it adverb phrase. Okay, we have come. Right. So 2,501 arrived migrants as the artist. So as the artist titled, the work traveled. So traveled to Mexico. So when you read here traveled, the work traveled. Or do you mean when the artist titled the work, he traveled? What's going on? So why do we need comma? طب let me help you to find the common mistakes. Traveled to, this is preposition phrase, and this preposition phrase related to the verb to tell you traveled to who, to where, yes or no? فدon't separate the preposition phrase from what modifies by comma. يبقى this comma is misplaced. wrong. Again, calling is before calling complete or it is fragment. He said the work traveled. As the artist titled, the work traveled. What does it mean? Traveled where? يبقى you separate this part from the sentence. Plus mass focus, plus the information after calling this part is not explanation to something before. يبقى
Right.
calling is in misplacement. It's wrong. I say this is wrong. Now we test you. Do we need comma or not? Read it with comma. 6 years later. And this look as comma. يبقى he wanted to make non-essential information subject to comma information comma verb. يبقى this is the subject for this verb. And between them non-essential. Imagine that. So the sentence is when the artist titled the work, this travel. Imagine. Let me help you because it's very important. It comes in the exam many times.
All right.
One. If we use subordinated conjunction at the beginning, just remember subordinated conjunction. We need to complete sentence, join the verb, and we said this structure is correct. No.
Yes.
Right. We have another trap. هنعمل ايه؟ We are going to take the subordinated conjunction with the clause اللي هو ده with the clause between two like that. Look, subject. We make it here. Subject, comma, conjunction. Look, complete sentence, comma, verb, complement, full stop. Look, I take all of this part between two commas. Now check. Is this subject work with this verb? Yes. And do we have conjunction complete sentence like that? Yes. As the artist titled the work. As conjunction with subject artist who titled verb we work complement. Simple sentence. And then the subject here. And then the verb here. Yes, travel. And then complements into Monterrey, Mexico, you know. This structure, it's the same like that. But we put the clause between the subject and verb of this clause. Imagine it? This structure called, correct. This is called in English the structure of the academic writing. Is it correct? No? Remember, we answered this test many times before. But you don't remember because it's most common.
Yep.
That's why. But so why we have come here. But the test maker help you by giving you common mistakes. Before calling it's not complete sentence. After it's not explanation. So delete C. Here you separated the preposition phrase for what modifies traveled. Traveled where? You separated, so A is wrong. Now check do we need comma or not. Read it without comma. You will find that you need comma because it's non-essential information.
Yep.
That's fine. Now let's jump to the next. 28.
28 me?
معاذ, yes. Was 28 Park, yes.
I put J. 28.
So 28 J, wrong. 28, it must be letter H.
H. Okay.
But we need to know why. Let's check all the answers. There and their adverb, but we don't care. So its subject had its first formal exhibition. It's a sentence. It is sentence. And then start a new sentence again. Now we should remember this is conjunctive adverb. Conjunctive adverb. Now, conjunctive adverb at the beginning of the second sentence. So you need this structure. Complete sentence. Now remember, complete sentence. And then we have complete sentence. Okay, and full stop. Between them, if you wanted to use conjunctive adverb like moreover, however, consequently, accordingly, as you know.
Mm.
So you must close the previous sentence by full stop. And then your conjunctive adverb, imagine it, for example, however, so it must be how, capital, and then ever, and then comma, and then complete sentence. If I wanted to use semicolon, the same complete sentence,
Complete sentence. Mm.
see semicolon, but however must be small because we continue, and then comma, and then complete sentence. Remember, you read that in any reading, but you don't catch it because you read for meaning only. So both of them correct structure. Now check it here. The conjunctive adverb at the beginning of the second sentence. So you need full stop or semicolon after before. Do we have it here? No.
No.
You're wrong.
Mm.
Here, before, do we have full stop or semicolon? And the comma after? We don't have. G is wrong. Now we have comma after. Okay, but we don't have semicolon or full stop. G is wrong. Here we have full stop. But wait, before it complete sentence, yes, it had subject, verb, and then complement. Correct? After it, we have comma, yes, and complete. It subject was verb and then complement to the end.
Right.
يبقى let H, it's correct, and it's mentioned like that. See it like this one. But both of them correct because, as you know, full stop means semicolon. But here it's capital only. Imagine it.
Makes
That
sense.
is. We had a position for the transition word. When the transition word is surrounded by two commas, if it is in the middle of the second sentence. For example, imagine with me like that. Look, complete sentence. Full stop. Now I want, as writer, use the conjunctive verb in the middle of the second. يبقى start subject to comma, however, comma, and then complete the sentence. Like that. يبقى transition words in the middle of the second because the second started from here. Okay, but
Right.
here at the beginning of the sentence, it's here. It يبقى at the beginning or not? At the beginning. يبقى you need to be like that. But if it is in the middle, يبقى it can be like that. Let me give an example. Look at the sentence. Look, sentence. And then start, and then hover in the middle. Because this is the beginning. But we have to commas or not? We have to commas.
We do.
That's it. It's here. So what does that mean? It means we have contrastive relation between this sentence and this sentence. What is the contrast? Check. The artist expected some challenges along the way. However, contrast. He nearly gave up when a heavy rain destroyed 305 sculptures in one night. Opposite or not? Yes.
Right.
He expected some challenges.
Mm.
But something helped him.
Right.
A heavy rain destroyed the fire.
Yeah.
يبقى so contrast يبقى we have however. But here, however, in the middle of the second sentence, يبقى it must be followed by two commas. That's why we have to come. And that's a common trap in any exam, and it will be in any test you will do. That's why. Now, number 29. What's yours, Captain Mars? 29.
29.
Okay.
29A? No, 29, it's letter B.
Letter B.
Yes, letter B. But we need to check. One by one. A successful project to build on who? Santiago? If you choose A, you express Santiago as a project. Why? Because he put a positive phrase at the beginning. But this information describe who? Santiago? Okay, but here you said the Santiago's project. Wait, on which to build a successful project? On which to build? Is a switch here. So we need comma. This is awkward structure. On which to build? This is question or what is it? Awkward. This is wrong. Here again, a project. So Santiago is a project? No, but here verb. And who did this verb? The subject. So as I told you, the writer will play with your mind. Use any phrase, as I told you. Imagine. Info means phrase or phrases or clauses. And then come a subject, verb, complement, full stop. Who did this action? This information. Describe who? The subject. Or the verb. Here we have verb. But who did it? The subject after. So who was building on the success of the project? Santiago. And this is logical. Logical, not yes.
Yes.
So it means like that. When Santiago was building on the success of the project, Santiago envisions establishing Brown's family. But who did this action? And I told you most common, it will be like that. The sentence starts with verb plus ing as present participle phrase, or verb plus ed as past participle phrase. After it, we need the subject who did this action. And remember, you read that in many sentences. And inshallah, we can take a session to analyze. That's why.
Inshallah. Yeah.
This is for 29. Now let me add a little bit. Let me add or revise. Let's revise 2 points. Number one, why do we have calling here? Check the rules of calling before it complete sentence and after it explanation. Let's check.
Finish. Yeah.
Ironically and definitely. Okay, this is adverb. We need comma because the adverbs at the beginning of the sentence. Okay. The sculptures have not stayed in one place. Sentence, subject, and then verb phrase, and then complement. Before calling it a sentence. How is it need information, comma, subject, verb, complement? This information is sentence. It's a sentence, not fragment. After calling, I don't care. It can be sentence fragment, but does it explain? And as I told you, it can be explained. It can be illustrate. It can be elaborate. It can be restatement. It can be shocking news. It can be surprising. It can be anything, but related to something mentioned before. He said here, they travel in groups to various exhibition spaces. That's why the scalpers have not stayed in one place, because it goes to many spaces. So it's not stayed in one place because they travel in groups to various. If after the calling, he gives you the reason for the action. Okay, it can be anything. If calling incorrect place or not? Incorrect place.
Incorrect place.
Another point to revise. This is part. Transition word though. As I told you, though, in the middle of the sentence, it is the beginning. Meaning, you see, or. He put this commas because we have transition words in the middle. Do you remember? In the middle here. So 2 commas. And then non-essential information. Because as originally planned. So it's a clause. As originally planned. And then, but this is the subject, this is the verb. So non-essential information between 2 commas. Here, conjunctive adverb in the middle between 2 commas. So your sentence is many or permanent residents of. Okay. But here we have 2 commas, the same. That's it. So when we read in English, try to ask yourself, why do we have comma? To memorize the reasons behind the commas. That's why we teachers study like that.
Yeah.
Because that's help you for every college, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Now, Muaz, number 30, what's yours?
30. Number 30, I put F.
To 30, it must be letter F, correct. That's brilliant. Now, Let's go for 31. What's yours?
31, I put D.
Correct. 32.
I'm not very sure if it's about 32, but I put G.
32G. Wrong. It must be H. Why? Check the sentence. Here it's a specific task question. Your answer in the question. The writer were to delete the word modern and striking ancient from the preceding sentence. If we delete it, what will lose? We will lose the meaning of the sentence, not the meaning of the words. Now go and check it all the sentence. If you delete modern here, you will lose the adjective of what kind of class, for which stage, for which age. If you delete striking, you will lose the adjective of contrast. Imagine. And if you delete ancient, you will delete an adjective to the monuments. We will lose already. But we will lose what? He said here to emphasize the contrast between the look and the design and that of monuments. Do we have contrast? Yes. Well, if I delete that, I will lose contrast because here the modern glass, marble, stainless steel, and concrete structures stands in striking contrast. Striking. Wonderful. So if I delete the word wonderful and striking here, you will lose how much contrast. Do you feel it? Yep, already we have letter H. But why F wrong? Make clear that the design of while using contemporary building materials. So the design will be wrong.
Right.
So where is the design be wrong? It describe here the contrast, describe the glass, describe the monuments. If this is one, it's not in the sentence already. Do you know what we are talking about the design? So can provide an overview of the shape, structure of each of the three sections. So here, this adjectives describe the shape, modern describe shape, striking describe shape, ancient describe shape. No. But all of these words does not describe the structure or the shape. So letter G is wrong. That's
Makes
right.
sense.
Yes, always a check. What does the sentence mean? Not only the words.
Meaning. Yeah.
If any content not related to the sentence, it's out of mention, out of question form. That's why. Now I'm going to send you the link, save your record, and wait for a second.
Okay, no problem.